Woohoo! It's time for positive action!
¡Hola! ¡Es hora de acción positiva!
Mrs. Hart and
Sheima,
we welcome you to the Morgan County Partnership's Positive Action Daily Community Vlogcast.
la señora Hart y Sheima os damos la bienvenida a los vídeos diarios de acción positiva.
Oh, today is Talk It Out Tuesday.
Hoy es martes marchoso.
Let's get ready for a awesome day of learning and wellness.
¿Listos para un gran día de aprendizaje y bienestar?
The positive action word of the week.
The positive action word for this week is curiosity, and in Spanish, curiosidad. Now watch this beautiful lesson of Talk It Out Tuesday.
To all the women, to all the girls whose stories are in this book, thank you for being leaders. Thank you for being brave. Thank you for being bold. We are grateful and inspired. And, are you ready? To all the leaders yet to come, big or little, I cannot wait to hear your stories. Hi, it's Mrs. Hott from the Morgan County Partnership, and I'm here with you today to celebrate Black History Month. And for this time, we're going to continue with our Tuesday series on race and diversity with a book called Little Leaders, Bold Women in Black History. I'm really excited to introduce you to girls from our past who struggled, who were different, they were unique, and they were wonderfully made. And they were able to find their strength and do some really cool things. Are you ready? Let's get started. Little Leaders, Bold Women in Black History, written by Vashti Harrison. Let's listen to what she says about this book. This book grew out of a project I began during Black History Month. It started as a drawing challenge to myself to illustrate one African American from history every day for the month of February and post the finished image to social media with a brief summary of the woman's accomplishments. As I researched and read amazing stories of women, both known and unknown, I was surprised to be moved so deeply. As a Black woman, I have studied the history of my people, but never have I felt this connected to the beauty and the passion behind their boldness. Whether they were fighting for their families or for social justice, or daring to become an artist or an astronaut, each one of these women broke barriers for those who came after her. That's you and that's me, right? And they used their differences to be bold and to be leaders. We can do that too. Let's listen. In a society where being Black and female meant being an outsider or sometimes even invisible, these women who dared to go after what they wanted, to demand what they deserved. Some of them were reluctant leaders, while others were not even conscious of their bravery, but their legacies live on to prove the way for more of us to follow. Many of them didn't set out to be pioneers, but all of them were, and we can look to each one of them for inspiration. And that's why Mrs. Hott wants to share their stories for you, okay? We want to look to them for inspiration on how we can too overcome our struggles and look for others who have the same hardships we do and be able to overcome them, who look like us or who are different than us, and realize as we come together, we can be positive. Let's keep looking. I wanted to tell you, this is from Vashti Harrison. She wanted to tell you all their stories together to celebrate not only their collective contribution to history, but also their diversity. Some of them you will recognize, such as Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks, but you'll also meet less famous figures, such as Alice Ball and Mary Bowser. You'll meet scientists, politicians, doctors, painters, sculptors, dancers, and they are all Black women. this in no way means that this book is only for black girls or boys. I hope readers of every background find these stories compelling and inspiring, but I did create it with them, my younger self, in mind. I think about what kinds of dreams I might have if I had known all about these women when I was growing up. If I'd known that so many people who looked like me and had done such incredible things were able to. To be able to see yourself in someone else's story can be life-changing. Let me read that again. To able to see yourself in someone else's story can be life-changing. To know that a goal is achievable can be empowering. I hope that anyone who reads these biographies, whether or not they look like these little leaders, is inspired to go after the things that they are passionate about. Oh, it gives me goosebumps. This collection includes only a handful of the countless bold black women who have done extraordinary things and lived incredible lives. With these mini biographies, I hope to spark your interest and encourage you to find out more about them and the women who have followed in their footsteps. It could be you. The little leaders are here to guide you on this journey through history. I originally envisioned them as little girls serving as stand-ins for these famous women. That's why they're little. But as I've started sending them out into the world, they've become bigger than I could imagine. I designed them to be interchangeable because I want you, the reader, to see yourself in any one of them and to feel their strength and their possibility in you. With every turn of the page, you'll discover a new bold woman who changed history. Let them inspire your future too. Are you ready? Are you ready, Positive Actions? Let's take a look at some of these. Mrs. Hart wants to share them with you and celebrate these women. And maybe, just maybe, one of you out there will find something similar to what they're going through or to how they look or what they're living, and you'll find your path too. Are you ready? Sojourner Truth, abolitionist, women's rights advocate. Sojourner was born a slave in upstate New York under the name Isabella Baumfree. Under the state's Gradual Emancipation Act, she was due her freedom in 1827. When she realized her slave owner was planning to keep her enslaved, Sojourner ran away with her infant daughter in tow. But this came at a huge cost. She had to leave behind her 5-year-old son. Oh. The slave owner sold Sojourner's son to a plantation 1,000 miles away in Alabama. Meanwhile, Sojourner remained in hiding in New York until her freedom was official. When the coast was clear, Sojourner filed a court case saying her son had been sold illegally. She was one of the first black women to file a court case in America, and even though it seemed nearly impossible, she won. She got her son back. In 1843, she changed her name to Sojourner, which means traveler, and became a preacher. She traveled the country, sharing her messages for women's rights and the abolition of slavery everywhere. Although Sojourner could neither read nor write, her voice carried far. In December of 1851, she gave a speech that she made up there right on the spot. In it, she advocated on behalf of black women who faced the double discrimination of racism and sexism and often been left out of the fight for equality. The speech is known by its most famous refrain, "Ain't I a woman?" Think about that, ain't I a woman? She went on to encourage African Americans to fight on behalf of the Union in the Civil War, for former slaves to be given places to live, and for desegregation of streetcars. She was an agitator and a fierce activist for equality. Thank you, Sojourner Truth, for being a brave woman in Black history.
Wow, that was beautiful. What a beautiful book. So, boys and girls, now I want you to pause here and we're gonna discuss about all this question. It's time for Let's Talk About It.
Hello, Super Scholars. It's Mrs. Hott, and I want to welcome you to Mindfulness Minute on Talk It Out Tuesday. Today, take a moment and join school therapist Lacey Kidwell, who will lead us in desktop yoga. So take a moment, put your books aside, and follow Miss Kidwell as she helps us relax and take a look at our social and emotional wellness. Are you ready? Now remember this: you are unique, you are important, and you are wonderfully made.
I'm the school-based therapist at Woodmire Elementary. I want to share with you all a little bit of desk yoga you can do to get a break throughout the day from your work or schoolwork. So we're going to start seated tall for a breathing exercise. This is called the rainbow breath. So on the inhale, we're going to arch our back forward, and on the exhale, backwards. Okay, so we're going to start out nice and tall. Inhale, forward, exhale, backwards. Starting again nice and tall. We'll do this twice more. Inhale, exhale. Once more. Inhale, exhale. Very good. And still seating ourselves up tall, we're going to do our seated side bend. So we're going to bring our right arm down next to us. You can either put this on your lap, next to you, whatever you feel the most comfortable. We're going to bring our left arm up and bend towards our right side. Inhaling and exhaling. We're going to inhale again, and on the exhale, come back up to center. And put our arm down. Now we're going to lean towards our left side. So we're going to inhale and then exhale. Hold this for a breath. And then again, inhale, and on the exhale, come back up to center, bringing your arm down. Next, we're going to do the blown palm. So we're going to bring both of our arms above us. We're going to grab our right wrist with our left hand, and we're going to lean towards the left on the inhale. You can exhale. Inhale and exhale again. And on the next exhale, we'll bring our arms down and come back to center. Now we're going to repeat this on our right side. So we're going to bring our arms up again. Grab onto our left wrist with our right arm. Lean to our right on the inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale again. And then on this next exhale, we'll bring our arms down and come back to center. Next, we will do our pretzel twist. So we're going to have our feet, of course, firmly on the ground. Bring our right hand onto our left knee, our left arm behind us. And if you are in a chair that doesn't have a back, you could put your hand on your lower back if that feels comfortable. We'll just hold this for a couple breaths. Feeling that stretch in your back. And next exhale, we will come back to center. We'll repeat this on the other side. So your left hand on your right knee, right arm behind you. Hold this for a couple breaths as well. And on the next exhale, come back to center. All right, next we are going to do our seated forward fold. So we will just lean down to our feet, touch the ground if you can, whatever's comfortable. Lean down as far as you can. You can drop your head down if you'd like. However that feels comfortable for you. You can hold this for a couple breaths as well. And when you're ready, you can come back up. Slowly bring your neck and your head up last. All right, and for our last pose, this is called the easy pose. So we're just going to sit up nice and tall, feet planted on the ground. We're going to inhale and bring our arms up. Exhale. You can inhale and exhale once more. And on this next exhale, we'll bring our arms down to our sides. All right. So I also would like to invite you guys to practice gratitude daily. Just taking a couple minutes to think of a couple things that have happened within the last 24 hours that you're thankful for and grateful for. Doing this daily as a practice allows us to start looking throughout our day for positive things. And I think, especially right now, that's a very important practice for us all to be doing. But I look forward to seeing you guys next time. I hope this helped break up your day a little bit, stretch you out, and hope you have a great day and you're healthy and safe. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us from home, school, and your community. Gracias por acompañarnos desde vuestro hogar, escuela o comunidad. And remember, you are unique, you are important, and you're wonderfully made. Recordad, sois especiales, maravillosos e importantes.